future is now.
Hi there. On this week's weekly video, I want to share with you something that I'm finding with conversations that I've been having with clients in the last few weeks around, and something I'm noticing with leaders and emerging leaders and team members, is that with the disruptions we've felt with COVID, with all the challenges we've been facing with disruptions and change, that we tend to get overwhelmed. And then what happens is we try to use like newfangled systems, or we Google something and we think, oh, that's going to be the solution for me. And what I'd really like to emphasize is that we really need to, in many ways, go back to basics here. And when I say back to basics, for example, clear expectation setting is a leadership and a self-leadership skill. The ability to say, this is my deliverable, I will get back to you within 72 hours, and then being able to manage your time. So that whole concept of over-promising and under-delivering, we don't want to be doing that, specifically in these times where we're managing so many different priorities. What we want to do is we want to under-promise and over-deliver. And that I say that that's a basic because I think many of us lose sight of that. And communication 101 is, if we're setting expectations, then we're actually managing not only our own time, but we're managing our service delivery for others. So for example, I had a client where she had a personal goal to respond and get through her promises to clients within 24 hours. And the kind of work she's doing is highly intense, paperwork intensive, focus intensive, so that she was burning herself out by setting a self-imposed timeline of that 24-hour period. Instead, what we want to do is look rationally at what's the client expectation, what will make them happy, and how do we over-deliver. And so in her case, talking together, she said, honestly, our competition is not getting back until a week, so I feel comfortable giving a 72-hour response time and then really turning it around in 48 hours, so then we're actually creating that greater value perception in the mind of the client. So that's an example of a back to basics. And another back to basics, managing our time. In today's technology, we feel like we have to be available to all people at all times, when in fact we can leverage our time by having, I'm away for a couple of hours while I work on this intensive project alert on MS Teams or on Salesforce or on any type of office technology that we're using. It's okay to have a do not disturb if we communicate why we're doing it and how it's helping us to leverage our time. So I think that when we talk about back to basics, it's like time management basics, setting expectation basics can help us alleviate a lot of self-created stress. And I think also just not getting, another basic is, don't assume when you're communicating with people. Don't assume that if they're not immediately texting you back or emailing you back or calling you back or however you communicate, that they're avoiding you or that they're not, caring for you. Instead, follow up with sort of an expectation, or set that expectation. Can you get back to me within the next 2 days? So I think we're at a time here with the leverage of time and technology and working from home to be really more clear in our communication. And that's a basic, like simply asking for help is a communication basic. Admitting that we're overloaded is a communication basic. Saying that this is what I need in order to do my job better, resourcing, is a communication basic. So my message for this week is, what basic do you need to get back to that can help you feel more empowered, have less stress, and still meet those customer deliverables that you want to meet? So I wish you the best. If you need any help in helping you recognize the basics and to get back on track, or to increase more energy, or to leverage your success, please drop me an email, Cheryl@nextmapping.com. Be happy to discuss it with you further. All the best. Take care.